What is going on today, YouTube? Today we're going to be talking about a Chinese-made Les Paul style guitar. We're going to be talking about how this thing's held up. I've had this thing a year. We're going to go over some of the features on it, see what I like, what I don't like, would I do it again? Let's find out. So I'd like to start off saying that I don't support them making fake Gibsons and putting Gibson's logo on it and stuff like that, but I was very curious and just wanted to see what one of these looked like out of China, see if their production quality was any good, and for under $300 you really can't go wrong for just trying one out. And I'd like to start things off and say I'm really impressed with the neck on this guitar. It honestly compares to a real Les Paul that I have, and in some cases it's almost better with how the frets are polished and shaved up. But another thing I really like about this guitar is the finish they put on it. You can tell they really spent some time to make this look nice, and with the wood grain and how they ran it back and forth. So as I was talking about before, one of the first things I did was take the Gibson logo off the front and repainted this. I picked up some black guitar lacquer off Stu Mac. Stuff seemed to work really nice, put that on, gave it that good Gibson black headstock look. And for now I've just left the headstock completely blank, kind of just leave it as my own kind of custom guitar. That's another thing, these guitars really work well if you're using them just as a project guitar or just to build off of. Another thing, I've seen a lot of comments on these guitars where people are talking, oh, you should have just went and bought an Epiphone or whatever, and I don't know, Epiphones aren't bad as a starter guitar, but I really feel like you just don't get the same, you almost get a better guitar with a Chinese made one for this feeling wise. So you can pick up an Epiphone and tell it's a little bit cheaper style guitar. And don't get me wrong, I would rather support them because you're supporting the real people that make them. But I don't know, some cases it's just nice to kind of start and make your own guitar from fresh. Alright, let's move on to some of the cons of this guitar. So the first thing that I really noticed was bad was the nut on this guitar. They used a really cheap plastic, and you can tell when they cut it, they really weren't too worried about how this was going to work and angles and such like that. So I went ahead and replaced it with a bone nut. That helped me a lot. I also went ahead and replaced the bridge on this guitar. I put a Shaler bridge on it. Seemed to be a pretty good one. I did end up having to drill out the holes for the center of this bridge to make them a little bigger to fit their pins that they had going into the body. Could have redone all that, but I wanted to save some time, so I went ahead and put that on there. The guitar sounds good. I've been really impressed with it so far. And then the other main thing I changed on this guitar was the pickups. This came with some pretty cheap pickups where when I popped them out of there you could tell the wiring wasn't very good and they kind of did it in a hurry. So I went ahead and put some Seymour Duncan pickups in there. Absolutely love these pickups. But yeah, all in all, I got about $500 into this guitar, and it honestly sounds as good, if not better, than my actual Gibson Les Paul. But that one is a stock one, so you don't have the upgraded pickups and such like that. But yeah, anyways, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend buying one of these as your first Les Paul style guitar. I would go get a real Les Paul just so you know what the real thing's like. But if you're looking for just a cool project guitar or something to fix up for fun, I would recommend this guitar to you. And a lot of people buy these from China and have them sit in the harbor forever. I would look on eBay. A lot of these get shipped over and bought by American companies and then sold instead of buying them straight from the Chinese people. Alright guys, so all in all, if I could go back, I probably would buy this guitar again. It's been a really nice guitar. You know, the neck, it doesn't change as much for heating and cooling as I thought it would with a cheaper guitar, but it seems to hold up pretty well. And like I said before, if you're looking for a guitar that you want to make your own and customize and not play out of the box, definitely one of these would be right. The first thing I would do is take off the Gibson logo. Anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video, so thanks for watching. If you want some more guitar videos or gear videos, you are in the right spot, so keep her locked here. Thanks for watching. See you later.